Maybe high school or something. Yeah, I don't have a what? They're fine right there. That's fine. Thank you. You want to come and look? Oh. No, that right where they are. That's fine. Just like that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Do you want me to? You can grab them all. Thank you so much. Yeah, like right there. That's good. I appreciate it. you. Sorry. Right.
Oh, here comes more candy. I see it. There's our candy coming up. Get ready. Yeah. A lot of waving to these guys. Wave, Kylie. Wave, Kylie. I might throw you some. Wave to him. Oh. Too much. Oh my goodness.
Cute.
Wait till where they come? Smarties. candy for a little bit longer. You won't have it out there. Carry some really good. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to eat from that candy. These guys have a lot of candy. They'll get up. Call that one. Well played.
You okay? Yeah. We're out the whole bag.
Ninjas. Karate. Watch the camera. All right, after the spike, ninja speed to get that pop. Ready? Go. Ninja speed. Go, you good.
Oh, they're handing it.
your jacket on. It's a little cold, okay? I'm in. Oh, wave to her. She might be using it. Yes. Oh, yeah. This is crazy. Oh, nerds. Oh, definitely.
Hi, Jared. How are you? You too.
Ready, ready. Oh, go back. There it comes. It just flies out this window. Get ready to go. Oh no, here it comes. Oh, baby. Hawaiian punch.
Hi, Dawn. Good to see you.
Wave to these guys. Get it, Callie! Quick, 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 quick! Come back! Oh, look, a tiger! Roar. Ninjas. Watch this. He's going to do a ninja. Ready. He's going to break the board. He's going to break the board. bad music class? That guy. Oh, wait for that guy. Oh, he's got something. We gotta go, okay? We're gonna be late. Nice shot. All right, guys, let's go. Roddy. Oh, another one. I gotta show you. I gotta show you.
Terry.
Put up there.
Ryder.
Wonderful, thank you. The Desi Rhythm Dancers Boston. Thank you so much. This is their second year with us, but not the second year of the Westford Academy Jazz Band playing up front. I'm sure we all enjoyed them. I know I did. Welcome to the 2017 Apple Blossom Parade and Festival ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will rise, the Westford Police Honor Guard, Westford Colonial Minutemen, and the Westford Academy Marching Band for our national anthem. Thank you very much, and you may be seated. Well, your smiling faces definitely help bring some much-needed sun and warmth to our day. This is the 50th occasion of the Westford Kiwanis hosting the Apple Blossom Festival here in Westford, a tradition that started in our town in 1935 when dozens and dozens of communities would come to our community at this time in the spring and celebrate the apple orchards and the blossoms that grew there. And we still celebrate today. This is the 50th occasion. Next year we'll have a big celebration, our 50th anniversary. And I'd just like to start though briefly with an invocation. A lot happens in Westford over the course of the year. So if you'll join me in a very brief invocation, and then we'll go from here. So let's just take a moment to remember all of the religions that are represented here today. And let's offer thanks for our food, shelter, and the blessings for one another. Let us be a source of hope for those in need, and let us give gratitude for the opportunity to serve them. And let the feelings of love and kindness guide us as we pursue truth and trust and fellowship. And also today, as we remember those who have passed, let us rededicate ourselves in their honor, and let us pray silently or have a moment silently to reflect your individual beliefs. But let's think of those who are not with us. Thank you very much. My name is Don Suriani. I'm the president of the Westford Kiwanis, but I am just one of a very robust family of members of the Kiwanis. What is the Kiwanis? Well, it's a Native American word that largely means sharing who you are and what you have with others. And for us, that tradition is to share what we can with the town of Westford to have this celebration and parade. And we're very happy to do it. We're a nonprofit service-oriented organization. We all pay dues, and we invite people to come and help us to make this celebration available each year. So we're so glad you're here. We would not be able to do this, though, without the support and the efforts of our Westford School Department. The public schools here give us a lot of opportunity to be here. So we're very happy that they allow us to share in the Abbott School. Also, we're very much appreciative of the numerous sponsors that make this event possible, particularly our platinum level sponsors, Emerson Hospital Health Center, Keller Williams, Circle Health, and Jeanne d'Arc Credit Union. There are platinum sponsors. There are many more, and there are programs at your seats and at the table in the back, and please, I would encourage you to go through. There's a lot of good information in the programs, and there's also a list of the other sponsors. They have, many of them have been with us for very long. Some are nonprofit organizations, some are commercial, and where possible, please share with them. So I would like to thank also the numerous elected officials and others who joined us in the parade, and thank you for your service to our town. We would not be as great of a place without you. And I think I saw, and I do see now, Representative James Arcero and our State Senator Eileen Donahue. I'm going to invite both of them to come up with me shortly, and we're going to talk about a very special person that's here, our Person of the Year. But I think what I'd like to do next is introduce our Queen nominees. These are young ladies who were nominated by the faculty and staff at Westford Academy. That's how they got here. Each was interviewed by a panel of Kiwanis members, and the interviews are largely based on who they are as people and the kinds of service and support that each has brought to others. That's what we do. We are a service organization, and each of the ladies that you'll meet in a moment have also, in their own special way, contributed to the value of others, and that's why they're recognized. Let me just make sure that we have chairs for each of them, and we do. And with that, I would like to introduce, escorted by the Westford Colonial Minutemen, Angela Alabrandi. Angela. And Mara Burke. And Camille DeRocher. And Julia Libby. Each of these young ladies braved the cool air. Some of us had sweaters and jackets. They did not, so. And say hello to Jillian Limbert. And please say hello to Danielle Mendoza. And let's welcome Olivia Overington. And Amanda Smith. And Samantha Walter. Thanks for your indulgence and patience. I made this list. I put it in alphabetical order. But I didn't want to forget Carolyn Farrow. Nor would she let me forget, and that's right. Thank you, Carol, and for your patience too. And it's also a special honor right now to reintroduce to you and to this stage the 2016 Apple Blossom Queen, and that's Miss Emily Morrow. Welcome back. And again, thank you to the Westford Colonial Minutemen for being here and for escorting each of our Queen nominees. So as I said, each of these young ladies were nominated by the staff and faculty of Westford Academy, and this is not a pageant. They are being recognized for lives well led, and each of these students have received multiple commendations and recommendations from the staff, and we are very delighted to have them. And shortly we will find out which will be the 2017 Apple Blossom Queen. We'll do that in a moment, but I mentioned somebody very special among us, and this is a woman who, you've heard doesn't need an introduction. Well, she does. Everybody that's special, that's a person of the year, certainly does. And in order to help introduce her to you and to share with you some of the magical qualities that she has, I would like to introduce our two elected officials to the State House from Westford. We have Representative James Arcero and State Senator Eileen Donahue. Welcome to both of you, and thank you for all that you do for Westford. And as they come forward, I want to say the name June Kennedy. June Kennedy is the Westford Kiwanis Apple Blossom Person of the Year. And June, can you come forward? I'd like everybody to be able to express our gratitude and support. You are an amazing person, and have been a delight to work with as we come to this special day. June. We're going to have you better informed as to the amazing qualities that this woman has. And to do that, I'd like to welcome to the microphone Representative Arcero.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the Kiwanis for putting on this wonderful tradition here we have in Westford. And I want to congratulate all the contestants of the Apple Blossom Queen today. It's a lot of hard work for you and your families, and you're all winners in our eyes, and we're very, very proud of you here in Westford. June Kennedy, you're a Westford icon. You were my neighbor, a dear friend, and someone I was always consider Westford's true town historian. And today, we would like to salute you on behalf of the Massachusetts House of Representatives with a resolution from the Massachusetts House of Representatives, congratulating June Kennedy on being named the 2017 Westford Kiwanis Person of the Year. Whereas June Kennedy is a longtime resident of the town of Westford, having been raised in the town of Lexington, she and her husband Charlie moved to the town of Westford in 1958. June has always possessed a keen interest in local history and community pride. She joined the Westford Historical Society in 1968 and was a founder of the Westford Museum. And whereas June Kennedy, ever intrigued by one-room schoolhouses, undertook to create a slideshow of Westford's 10 district schools, collecting priceless first-hand accounts from many former teachers and students, and many historic photographs. Whereas June Kennedy's efforts resulted in a local history collection being published as a series of articles known as the Westford Recollection in the Westford Eagle newspaper from 1970 to 1975. And whereas June Kennedy personally collected 50 taped interviews of senior citizens as part of the American Bicentennial Celebration in 1976, resulting in the 1979 publication of Westford Recollections 1729 to 1979, a hardcover pictorial history of the town, and the 2006 publication of Westford Recollections of Days Gone By. And whereas June Kennedy has also served as historian of the First Parish Church United, where she organized church anniversaries with historic costumes and participated in the apple blossom parades. In addition, June has chaired the church's annual Strawberry and Arts Festival from its inception in 1976 to 1985, and continues to be active in this important community event here in Westford. And whereas June Kennedy has served as a member of the Board of Directors of the Friends of the Parkerville Schoolhouse since its founding in 1989, and has served as a member of the Westford's Parkerville Schoolhouse Committee, drawing upon her interviews with many Parkerville School alumni, and developed the role of schoolmarm for the Old School Days third grade history class since 1997. And whereas June Kennedy and her husband Charlie received the Massachusetts Historical Commission's 2000 Preservation Award for their 35 years of preserving local history in the town of Westford. She received the Gordon Sevier Appreciation Award in recognition of her support of Westford schools, and received their contributions to the Parkerville School, which was placed in the National Schoolhouse Register by the CSAA in 2010. Therefore, be it resolved that the Massachusetts House of Representatives joins with the family and friends of June Kennedy and the citizens of Westford in congratulating June Kennedy on her selection for the 2017 Kiwanis Person of the Year Award. Thank you, June. We love you.
Thank you very much, Representative Arciero. And also joining us is State Senator Eileen Donahue. Welcome.
Thank you, Don. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, and I too want to congratulate the Kiwanis Club, all of the organizers, the sponsors, and of course all of you for being here. I want to give special congratulations to each and every one of the wonderful contestants here today, the Apple Blossom contestants, and give them and their families a great round of applause for all that they have done here today too. June Kennedy, you truly are an icon for Westford and for the entire Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And it's so fitting that we have such an icon and a role model for all the young people here today to follow in your footsteps. You have really blazed the trail for this town and made it what it is. And you're an inspiration to everyone. And I think particularly the young people can take a great page out of your book for a lesson. So I too want to recognize and congratulate June Kennedy, and I have a special citation from the Massachusetts State Senate. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to June Kennedy in recognition of being named the 2017 Westford Kiwanis Person of the Year, and for your exemplary dedication to your community and to the Commonwealth and to the United States. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success. And this citation duly signed by President of the Senate, President Stanley Rosenberg, offered by me, Senator Eileen Donahue, and dated today. Congratulations, and thank you for what you've done for your community.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Representative. June, I think the town knows you a little bit better. They certainly have known your work, whether they understood fully just how involved you've been in helping to shape the community that we all love to be in. The Westford Kiwanis also would like to express our gratitude and our appreciation. I want you to know that when you were nominated, the balloting was unanimous, so as it should be. We have such a delightful time talking about who our person of the year should be. And as I said, this is our 50th occasion. And I think it's fitting that we have somebody who is so much Westford, that you would be our person of the year. So I would also like to offer you an expression of our appreciation from the Westford Club of, from the Kiwanis Club of Westford, the 2017 Kiwanis Person of the Year. And thank you for your decades of service to the community of Westford, to the Commonwealth, and thank you for being here.
I'm very touched that the Westford Kiwanis have honored me as Person of the Year. We all know that every major accomplishment in life requires teamwork, and I've had a lot of teamwork. If you could have seen the team loading me into that little car today, you would agree. It takes a village to... I've been very fortunate to record many of Westford's old-timers who allowed me to repeat their stories, tell their stories, beginning with horse and buggy days and leading up to the coming of the newfangled automobile, telephone, and electricity here in town. And I'm also very grateful to the 1929 graduating class from the one-room Parkerville Schoolhouse. Their stories and artifacts have made our Old School Day Living History program really come alive for all of Westford's third graders. They experience that day every spring. If you go by the schoolhouse, during the month of May and early June, you will see children dressed up in clothing of the early 1900s. And lastly, it's always been a joy working with First Parish's Strawberry and Arts Festival. To me, the festival brings a sense of community and to our town. And I invite you to all come on June 17th. There'll be lots of entertainment too. And I thank you again. This is quite an honor.
Most welcome. June Kennedy. Very special person, very special. And I'm so glad my children and many of us in this room have had children go to the Parker School in their period costuming. It's like a time machine, but it's a great way, just like when you saw with the Westford Colonial Minutemen, it is a great way to remember our heritage, our history, our culture, and to honor it. And so that one-room schoolhouse well, it might only be one story tall, the thousands of real stories that get inside of people's hearts and their memories are what's truly important. Well, every good idea starts as a seed, and if it's a good one, it blossoms. And there's an organization that's very special, near and dear to us, the Rodenbush Community Center. And they had an idea a bunch of years ago to identify a float in our parade, and they created an award called the coveted Roden Bowl for the best float. And I'd like to welcome a representative from Rodenbush, and let's welcome her. We'll find out who the recipient of this year's trophy is. I highly recommend that you compete for this. As I said, next year will be the 50th anniversary. This is well worth having on the mantle. It has never been stolen. It's always been kept in good hands as it is now. But let's find out our winner.
Hello and welcome. I am very honored to represent the Rodenbush Community Center in presenting the coveted Roden Bowl Apple Blossom Parade float. I want to say congratulations to all the ladies here, all the ladies up there. They're all amazing individuals, and I'm sure they'll all go on to great things. I want to say congratulations to June Kennedy, who's an amazing lady who I had a chance to meet. And I want to thank Don Sirianni. I don't know if anyone ever thanks him. Thank you, and Kiwanis, for all your work. And all of the volunteers and people that make the town wonderful. We had some wonderful floats. And the one that we chose for the coveted Rodent Bowl was the Westford Cat. Fun and interactive. Congratulations.
We'll have to convince them to step away from the camera tripod for a moment to come up and accept the award. Love the whiskers on the front of that vehicle. The Westford Cat could not be here to accept this award, so on their behalf.
We are so honored to win this award. This is our first year we had a real float. We've had the whiskers and the ears last year, but our staff, Sarah Fletcher, Laura Horton, and especially our interns helped out this year as well. So we'd like to thank all of them. We'd like to thank the Kiwanis and everyone else for this honor, and especially the Rodenbush for recognizing us this year. So thank you very, very much.
Well done. One year, several years back, the Westford Kiwanis entered a float. It was our first time, and we won, and we felt so guilty, but we did accept that bowl. And we noticed that the J.B. Fletcher Library's name appears so many times. They have secret meetings and everything. They're amazing. Well, I do know that you've noticed the young lady sitting behind me, and I didn't forget them, although temporarily I did forget Caroline, and I apologize. We are now going to find out who the second runner-up for 2017 is. And again, I just want to point out that each of these young students has contributed and given so much of themselves. No doubt it has involved their families, in many cases, their fellow students, but each has been an inspiration, and that's why they're here, and that's why we are delighted to say hello and thank our second runner-up, Miss Jillian Limbert. Our first runner-up this year is Miss Angela Elabrandi. And if we could have last year's winner of the Apple Blossom Queen, Emily Morrow, if you could come forward, I have something that you'll need. No, I did not try that on. This year's winner, the 2017 Apple Blossom Queen, for the 50th time in our history, but for the first time on our stage, please join me in congratulating Miss Olivia Overington. Folks, what did I tell you, right? We have very special people in our community. We want to thank each of our nominees. We truly are blessed. Thank you. We are soon to draw our ceremony to a close. I will do my best in just a moment to step aside, so if anybody would like to take photographs while our queens are on the stage, that would be wonderful. In 3 o'clock this afternoon, there will be a lobster raffle. Lobsters donated by Leading Seafood here in town that helps to support the Boy Scout troops. Our fireworks, which have been underwritten and supported by our wonderful sponsors, Emerson Hospital, have been postponed until next year because we do expect a lot of bad rain. So we apologize for not having a fireworks display later, but we do want to thank Emerson for their continuous support. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We are a service organization. This town is so special because of the people who live in it. And we want to thank you for being here and sharing this ceremony with you. And thank you for coming out to the parade and the festival. We welcome you back next year for the 50th anniversary. And if you ever feel the spirit of wanting to help other people the way that June has, the way that so many others in our room have, do it. Encourage other people, whether it's with the Kiwanis, whether it's with anybody at all, helping somebody cross the street. You don't have to belong to an organization. Just look around your room, your community. You make it special. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, don't forget. And thank you all. And bring your cameras. I'm going to move out of your way.
Was crazy with joy, and that's if you can bring joy, especially to the kids, then that's great. And candy. The fact that this was actually a story. At some point.
Hello, I'm Debbie Suriani. I just wanted to say something special about our Queen selection this year. We didn't really get to share very much detail about how it happens, and of course, Don said a little bit during the actual ceremony. The students are all chosen by their teachers and as community service and leadership, just models of the community. So. This year, a young lady won that I really wanted to tell a little bit more about because we just found her so extraordinary. Olivia Overington, and she's our queen for the year. When she was in 6th grade with 2 other friends, she started her own nonprofit organization, and she and her 2 friends wanted to give back to the community, and so they started raising money by making cupcakes. It's called Peace, Love, and Cupcakes, and they're amazing. They would just make their own cupcakes. They're a 501c3. They're incorporated. They are Safe Serve certified. They went through all of those things. But not only did they give back to local organizations, when these 3 young ladies became high school students, they decided to start a new chapter of their organization, and they had a goal of raising $10,000 to raise money for well water, building wells in Africa for children of other nations to be able to have a little bit of what we have here, and their goal in 4 years was for $10,000, and they're over $26,000 raised now. And as the president of that organization, we just felt Olivia was an amazing young lady, and we really wanted the community to come around and celebrate her and the organization that she started. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming to the Apple Blossom or watching this show. Thank you.